Okay, I'm going to do a video about, whoa, well, that was a little loud, wasn't it? Okay. Now, what is going on here? Okay, let's turn this over. And I want to get situated so you get to see in the viewfinder what's going on here. This is all crooked. That looks better. No, it doesn't look better. This needs to be turned. Okay. So, I started doing art, let's see, 12 years ago. Before that, I was not an artist. I was a writer. So, and there's a reason why. I always loved art. I always tried to do art, but I was a dismal failure because I'm dyslexic. And I can't draw. I tried to draw once, I tried to draw a squirrel from memory, and that was a disaster. And then I tried to draw a squirrel from another picture, and I could not get the legs right. And I had to literally, well, it's not literally, it's just normally, I had to trace the squirrel to get it looking like anything like a squirrel. So here I am doing art, and I've been doing art now for 12 years or however long. And I've taught myself how to draw better and to do things that will help me present something that looks like it's been drawn by somebody, not me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two pictures on my collages that look like I know how to draw or look like I know how to do something, but I really didn't. I'm really just tracing or using templates that I find, not that I find, but that I pull from different places. So the thing I want to talk about today is this young lady here. She's really just a silhouette in the book, and it's kind of dark because I didn't use good colors with her. This is I think I know it's citrusol paper, which I'm going to talk about it in a later date. So this is I really like how this turned out. So it's a lady kind of flowing and her hat's coming off, and these are abstract flowers that are sort of blowing in the wind. And then I did another one here. This is the same template I used in this one. And I kind of had the girl, I put a face on her. I found a face that I liked and I put it on her. And then I built clothes. And this is actually quite a lot of collaging as I dressed her up. So I literally dressed her up, and added all these things. Now, when you look at these, they look similar, but you don't think it's the same thing. But it is the same. It's the same silhouette that I used for both of them. And I'm going to show you what I used. So I went online and I went to, I think it was Pixabay. And I found this. This is a statue, a very pretty statue. I used this for Chris's, my boyfriend's moon card. I thought she was beautiful, a young lady. So I used this. So I had this in my stash of papers. And then this is the same lady who is on these pictures. The same lady, a different head, a different face. I added a little hat on her this way. And so anything you find in a magazine or in a free site that has a non-copyrighted material, you can copy. And you may have to adjust the size. And now this was a simple black and white. You don't even need color to do this if you have a printer. Well, you kind of need a printer. Or as I said, you could use it from a magazine. I have others that I use from magazines. I'll show you those before I wind up. So then you take this and you cut it out. And you get this. This young lady. Whoops. Let's get a little contrast here going. Well, you get something like this. And so she's all cut out. Then what you do is you get some paper. Now this is citrusol paper. And you just put it on top. Now you can line draw it, with a pencil or a pen. You can just go around. You get used to drawing the tracing around. You can use tracing paper, which is another way of doing it. Or what I like to do is just get a cheap glue stick. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I just figure out where I want this to be. Like I want the clothes to be down here maybe, and or else maybe I want it like that. You get to see kind of where you want the colors to show up. And then I just do a very simple, I just put a little glue down. Now, these aren't the tight glues like the Extreme Elmer's. And then I just put it on there, and that sticks, and then I just cut it out like that. I don't even trace it, I just go around with scissors. And then I have something that looks very much like what you just saw. So, and the other thing is when you work with these figures, you eventually get to start getting the feel for figures, and you become a better drawer of figures. Now I'm going to show you a few other ones that I've used. I should have taken these out before this, of course, but I didn't. So magazines are filled with all kinds of women, especially fashion magazines. They can use as a template. That's not in there. Let's try this one. And when you look at a template, you look and see how they're standing, where they're looking, because sometimes that's important to your piece. And then you can keep them. The template you can use over and over again. And then you don't have to, and you can use the whole template, or you can use any part of the template. And I don't know where I gotta be in here. I'm just gonna show you stuff that I got that I haven't used as men or women. Here's one that I could use as a template for a man, or just use him. He's kind of the smaller size. But I could go around him. And now that I've gotten, because I've been drawing or painting for as long as I have, I can draw in the, trace in the suit jacket and the eyes and that sort of thing. Let me find something else here. Because there's one that I love to use, and it's in the book as well, the template that I used. But apparently I cannot find it. Where is it? Huh. Well, I guess you won't be able to see what I got. Oh, here's one. This is one I haven't used. This is a girl from, I don't know where she's from actually, but magazine. I haven't used her yet. But if you turn around, you get to see you get to see what the silhouette is. This is a little more complicated. But, so I took it out and said, well, maybe I'll use it for something. Maybe I could use it for just, maybe this section, the arm, the hand, and then the body. Oh, and this is the one I've used a fair amount of, that I really like. This is from, I think it's from some fashion magazine. This is a great, I really like the silhouette on this. I haven't used this, but I've used it many times for the book. And again, you can just use half of it or all of it. And that one was, I'll show you which one that turned out to be, if you're interested. Fascinating, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't this fascinating, Christopher? Mm. And then I used her for this one. This is called for people that do tarot, this is my Temptation Seduction card or collage. So this was the girl that a very simple silhouette that I use. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful. So if you can't draw, or you're dyslexic, like certain people I know, and this opens up a whole wide world of figuratives you can use in your collages. You can find the silhouettes everywhere, and on the free sites, and you can get a bunch of them and use them over and over again by cutting them in half, using the top half, the bottom half. There's lots you can do, but you can make them your own with the papers you use and how you use them in the collage. I hope you have found this helpful. Have a great day.